The festival in Jerusalem was a whole vibe. Mary and Joseph had finished their stay and were ready to head back to the crib in Nazareth. They packed up their linens and skins, assuming their son Jesus was somewhere in the caravan with the cousins. They were just cruising, living their best lives, thinking everyone was accounted for. No stress, just vibes. They had been traveling for a full day when the realization hit. Mary went to check the group chat of relatives to find Jesus, but he wasn't with the aunties. He wasn't with the homies. He was nowhere to be found. Mary's heart skipped a beat. "Joseph, tell me you've seen the boy," she said, her voice rising. Joseph looked around, eyes wide. It was official. Jesus had ghosted the entire caravan. They pulled a total U-turn and headed straight back to Jerusalem. For 3 whole days, it was a literal nightmare. They searched every alleyway, every market stall, and every juice bar in the city. Mary was spiraling, thinking the worst, while Joseph tried to keep it together. "He's a smart kid, Mary," Joseph said, though he was low-key losing his mind too. They were exhausted, dusty, and completely stressed out. Meanwhile, back at the temple, Jesus was having the time of his life. He wasn't lost. He was just locked in. He was sitting in the middle of a circle of the most elite scholars in the city. An elder named Abner, yeah, let's call him that, was leaning in, absolutely shook by the wisdom coming out of a 12-year-old's mouth. Jesus was dropping gems, explaining the deep meanings of the scrolls like it was common knowledge. Another scholar named Barak joined the conversation, trying to stump the kid with a complex question about the law. Jesus didn't even blink. He responded with a take so fresh and valid that Barak just sat back and stroked his beard in silence. It was main character energy at its finest. Jesus was completely in his element, vibing with the heavy weights of theology while the sun streamed through the high temple windows. Mary and Joseph finally burst through the temple doors and their jaws hit the floor. They didn't find their son crying in a corner. They found him leading a seminar. The relief was instant, but the mom rage followed closely behind. Mary took a deep breath, trying not to cause a scene in the holy place. But she was ready to give him a piece of her mind. Joseph just stood there, blinking, trying to process the scene. Mary marched up to Jesus, interrupting the session. "Son, why would you do us like this?" she asked, her voice a mix of a sob and a lecture. "Your father and I have been stressed out for 3 days straight, searching everywhere for you. You really had us thinking the worst." She was hovering over him, her maternal instincts turned up to 11. Jesus looked up, his expression totally chill and unbothered. Jesus stood up and looked his parents in the eye. "Why were you even